Welcome to the Inhamena CSP video tutorial. My name is Stefan Wilmert. This is block 2, unit 5, and I will show you how to mount the solar tracker, how to mount the pyrheliometer, ipyranometer that measures diffuse horizontal irradiance. It's the Kipper & Sohnen Solis 2. It's quite a modern tracker and it's easy to set up, but however you have to have some things in mind when you do so. The first thing is you have to know where is east. So that's why I have this compass. I already checked that this is east, and then you can have a look at the foot, and here you see a sticker that shows you where the foot has to show to the east. Okay, after putting the tracker in place, you have to level it. Here you have a water level included in the tracker. You have two screws, here and here, to put the tracker in a horizontal orientation. However, it's always good to also have another water level that allows you to check the leveling of the table. After leveling the tracker in this position, you have to change the position of the tracker. If the tracker is not switched on, you can do so moving slowly around its azimuth. Okay. So now I have to do some readjustment. Then I move the tracker back to the original position. And then I check the water level again. So I was lucky and I adjusted the tracker correctly after just a few minutes. Usually this can take quite a while, so make sure that you have enough time to mount the tracker. You can actually switch it on, but before you do so, you have to check if the cables are in the way. So if they get stuck, you can even damage the tracker. What the tracker does now is it gets, using a GPS, its position and the time. Then it calculates the solar position with an algorithm. So now it starts moving. And then after a while, the tracker will actually point towards the sun if your leveling and the direction towards the east are correct. As you see, the tracker has now found the sun, more or less. If the tracker is tracked absolutely correctly, can be checked using the pyrheliometer. The pyrheliometer has a hole here and a mark at the end of the pyrheliometer. The light spot that falls through this hole can be seen not exactly on the mark, because the sun sensor has not been aligned. The alignment can be done using the 3 screws here. So select the right screw, and then you have to turn the screw such that the position is improved. We will also mount this pyranometer. This will be used for DHI measurement, diffuse horizontal irradiance. We will also install a shadow ball here. Maybe you know this pyranometer like this, with a ventilation unit. We can now have a look inside. So we have the sensor and the ventilation unit. The table has a lot of holes. Make sure you use the correct holes so that the shading structure will actually shade the sensor. I won't completely fix the screws because we have to do another adjustment procedure here. So I let them loose. And now I can just adjust the ventilation unit's feet with these little screws. You have to fix the two screws of the ventilation unit. This will cause a change of the leveling, and therefore you have to be quite careful when fixing the screws. Okay, to mount the shadow ball, we manually bring the tracker in the correct position towards the sun. We can check again using the light spot if we have found the correct position. Then you have to adjust the shadow ball using this positioning option, such that the shadow falls completely on the sensor. I will roughly fix it. And now we can check here using our fingers, for example, if the position of the shadow is correct. So we installed the solar tracker, the pyrheliometer, the pyranometer, and the shadow ball. Maybe it seemed quite easy. The important thing about it is that the adjustment has to be very precise. If the adjustment is not okay, you will get a signal, but the signal might be worthless.